Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Fallout New Vegas Randomizer. Hope everyone's keeping themselves cool day. It's quite warm over here, unless you're over in Australia or Argentina, and then be sure to keep warm. But yeah, last time we finished the Honest Hearts DLC, and then we advanced a little bit in the main story here. So now we're about to start this episode by talking to Mr. Yes Man here. So let's get straight into it.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
What are you doing here?
Good question! My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
Yeah, what kind of name is that?
Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
Yep. Have you seen this pattern chip before?
Sure. Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are two locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there.
So what was Benny planning to do with the chip? And if you say data instead of data one more time, I'm going to shoot you.
He wanted to kill Mr. House and use the platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That would give me control over all of Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I guess I just do as I'm told.
Yep, you're very forthcoming with that information.
I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh?
So if I wanted to take over Vegas myself, what then?
Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't have wanted me to. But hey, not my fault I can't say no. Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Freeside. But that's all I remember.
No, Chili Farkas maybe help with that?
Again, goal number one is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan.
So I should ask the tribes if they'll support an independent Vegas.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do.
So which tribe should I get to know?
There's a bunch. Some of them you've already met, like the chairman, for instance. I think you should visit the other families on the Strip, the Omertas and the White Glove Society, so you know what makes them tick. And there are some important groups farther from the Strip, too, like the Boomers, the Great Khans, and the Brotherhood of Steel.
Oh yeah, we should probably get back to the Great Khans at some point, actually.
Of course, ask away.
Yep, I'm familiar with boomers, so they can be ignored.
Then consider them ignored. If they end up firing their howitzers at us, we'll ignore that too. Until it goes away. That's one down, 4 to go.
Let's see, I think I know enough about the Emertis to know I want them left alone.
Okay, consider them forgotten. Along with the projections that predict they'll be our biggest enemy. Forgotten! That's 2 down, 3 to go.
I think we know the Emertis well enough to well, we'll leave them be in the meantime.
I won't say another word about it. That's 3 down, 2 to go.
Said something about a bunker at the fort.
Right. It's one of 2 locations on Mr. House's network with non-standard hardware. My guess is it has a reader that can decode the chip. And who knows what else, maybe a giant robot or something. Neat. Let me know what you find out.
Oh, Wildcard, you and what army? So yeah, we're getting a load of quests here unlocked.
It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network. You have? Wow, that's amazing. You can murder Mr. House whenever you want. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Good Springs. I knew he was carrying a platinum chip, and I knew right where Benny should wait for him. That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the platinum chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh? I know that's not true, because you still have a head.
No, I'm serious.
That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now. I feel really bad telling you this, but I kind of can't die. I mean, go ahead and destroy this Securitron. Get it out of your system. The problem is that a distributed image of my neurocomputational matrix is backed up to the network several times a day, or when I'm threatened. I can't help it. There's a little bit of me in every Securitron on the strip. So if this instance gets destroyed, I just download to a new one. If I could stop it from happening, I would. I mean, your vengeance is going to feel so incomplete.
Yep, so no matter if you try to kill him, yeah, he'll just come back, going in another Securitron body.
Of course you do. Sorry about that. And it's wonderful that you do. The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word. Sorry if that was getting boring.
No, that's okay. I forgive you. Alright, if something happens to Mr. House, I may be in touch.
I'll be waiting right here.
So yeah, we've got ourselves some new quests coming up now, quite a few now. Right, so we need to go visit the Wycliffe's side at the Ultralux, so we'll head over there first. And then we'll go meet the Great Khans as well. I'll have to... Oh, no. I mean, there is actually kind of a quest line I want to do for them. Oh, where's this? Ooh. Oh. I need a key for that. Do I have to pickpocket that off someone, or can I just... I don't know, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever been in that basement. Oh, gravity's, yep, slowing me down here. Yeah, hello Missy, good morning. And how are you doing today? Oh, give me a quick wee shout out for Miss Gamervan here. I'm good, and you? Doing good, yeah. Just was up a little bit earlier today, to look out for the dogs, so we just got back from a walk a while ago. So we're just cooling off now and doing a little bit of streaming today as well. No, you're welcome, Missy. But yeah, take a look, see a Miss Gamer fan whenever she goes live. She's well, I think she just recently finished. She just recently finished Murdered Still Suspect, so she'll be hopefully playing more games pretty soon. So yeah, take a look, see at her. I just finished my homework for today. Ah, nice. What subject is this? Is the math one or? Ah, cool.
You're my best friend forever.
Oh. Alright, I'll slowly float down here. Close this door. I did science last week. Ah, nice. But hopefully that all goes well once it's handed in. Have you got more exams left to do, or is there any coming up? Yep, have math, skill check, and quiz next week. Ah, cool. Yep, hope all goes well next week once it comes around. And summer school starts next week. Ah, cool.
Hey, there's the high roller. Hope Swank's smarter than Benny. Hey, baby, what's the haps?
I think we'll leave the chairman for now, and then we'll head over to the other casinos. Oh, what's that? I don't know if you saw last night, but I made it to Stormblood. Oh, nice! Congrats, Missy.
The eyes of the mighty Kaiser are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. Any crimes you may have perpetrated against the Legion are hereby forgiven. Kaiser will not extend this mercy a second time. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill.
Oh, hold on, I'll get the insects after Volps is finished. Alright. Me my level 70 gear. Nice. So what did you think at the end of the Heavensward expansion? Like the last bit of the story from 3.4 to 3.5?
Go to him, and you will understand. Seek Kaiser by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Coursor of Kulus will be waiting.
It was interesting, that too. Yeah, definitely, and that's definitely a lot of foreshadowing ahead. Am I supposed to speak to an NCR guy, or?
Word is you're getting popular on the strip.
Yeah, maybe I thought I was supposed to find an NCR guy, but I guess that's only oh, that was noisy. But yeah, Stormblood will definitely be interesting now, especially once you get to the Far East after the level 61 dungeon. We lost the little guy, and the other lady was there, but her name changed. She looks so different, but I could. Yeah, I still mourn for Papa Limo though, and especially the revelation that Yida.
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble you to turn
The whole revelation as well that Yida was dead all along, and it was actually her sister Lise that was taking her alias. But yeah, her story arc I thought was pretty good though in Stormblood. Like you'll see more of it as you continue on through the story.
Enjoy your stay. They'll be handled with the utmost security in our bank.
I thought was their name changed.
How do you fare?
Yeah, I think for a long time, but I think it actually dated back as far as 1.0, like where you actually see the real Yida like once maybe. But then I think after that, yeah, Lise takes the mantle like from there until the end of Heavensward. what was I doing here? Oh yeah, I needed to... Good question, actually. Yeah, who was I meant to talk to, actually, before I... I mean, technically, I could just leave them be in the meantime, but I know they do have a couple of quests that I could do. And the other little guy, at one point, he said I shouldn't have given you the mask, and like, he's so sus.
Evening. Hello.
Is that Papolimo? I don't remember. I know there's another Lalafell, but he was with the Griffins faction.
How may I be of service, sir?
Do you have any work that he's done?
No, not from the likes of you, I'm afraid. I don't think you'd have the stomach for it. Better look elsewhere. My, such a popular question. I suppose it is only natural to see us and wonder what it is that makes us special. The White Glove Society is only
No worries, Missy. See you in a wee while.
Republic, of course. But our pedigree was established over generations. Were we always so refined? I'd be lying if I said yes. But I've always felt we were destined
my
for
water here,
a
just
top
cool down.
modern society. And now, here we are. Not everyone can wear the finest clothes and eat the finest foods, obviously. That's just the reality we live in. But surely we can agree that the most tasteful, sophisticated people are the most deserving. And that's what the White Glove Society is all about.
Alright, so we thought we did have work for him, but I guess not this time. Oh, here we go. Okay, well, we've got some optional stuff here. Found out more about the White Glove Society by talking to Marjorie. Is she here? Or... Let me switch side quests in the meantime. And then the Great Khans are right over there. Right, are you Marjorie? Yes, you are.
Welcome to the Ultralux. I do hope it exceeds your every expectation. I do, but one can hardly call it work. I think of myself as a caretaker rather than a common laborer. I suppose it is a labor of love if it can be called labor at all. We at the White Glove Society are all responsible for maintaining the beauty and class of the Ultralux. And as its founder, I suppose it falls to me to decide how we go about it.
Is that it?
Welcome to the Ultralux.
Wait, really? That's it? It's not... nothing else? Oh, could sworn there was more. Oh, alright, there we go. It updated now. I thought for a second there the quest kind of bugged out. I swear there was definitely a quest there, I just don't remember how you trigger it though. Oh, sounds like somebody's home from work.
How may I be of service, sir?
Alright, I'll just leave them be in the meantime.
That fiend leader shouldn't have messed with our great army.
Indeed. Oh, there we go. Get my weapons back. Reminds me, I never did find the buyer for that. Yeah, for the followers today. Oh yeah, and Cass's personal quest as well. Right, let's see now.
Come on, big man. Roll up in here.
All right, ladies, the show's over. All right. Strip secure.
Yep. Right. Well, actually, there was one more location somewhere. It was. Yep, the Vault 21. Yep, Vault 21 up
We
here.
haven't seen anybody in a while. Maybe the monsters have stealth suits too.
So yeah, there was a vault here before New Vegas came over, but now since then they've taken over the vault and made it into like an attraction.
Hi, I'm Sarah Weintraub. Welcome to the finest vault hotel in the whole world. I have all sorts of things. Vault souvenirs, vault wares, vault machines, vault mementos, and vault suits. And, well, lots of other vault things, too. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, I got these great lunch boxes. They're super. What else? Oh, look at these toasters. You like toast, right? If they're crunchy, even better. What about a vintage Vault-Tec toy car? Or...
Yep, sorry, I'll stop right there. You actually have any vault gear?
Okay, I do, but who wants a lame sensor module or a nitrogen canister anyway? All the popular stuff has been sold, especially the vault suits. I need to find more because people buy them like hotcakes. Leather suits are good times. Thinking about that just blows my top.
No, what?
Really? Well, I don't even know what to say to that. Ha ha ha. Okay, why don't you help me out? And in the meantime, I'll think about where to take advantage of your skills.
Well, if I had a little bit more higher barter, then I could have sold them boomer suits as well, since technically they're vaulted.
Oh, that
but
makes me
with
so happy.
but with leather
You are too
jackets. Okay, so I don't remember the exact detail of the quest. I know we have to bring your vault suits though, and I think it was 10 maybe. I don't remember the exact number, but all right. So let me see, what do we have? Oh yeah, we still have to go find the Great Khans actually. Well, the Remnants bunker's up that mountain too. Probably should have quick saved before that, but should be alright.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Oh, right. Where's my weapons? Because you know, these unequips them. Alright, put you here. Put you there. Wait, I didn't have sleepy time with me. Could I not smuggle it? Or no, wait, no, that was. Oh wait, no, that was one I picked up last episode actually. Alright, we'll put that here. That goes there. Alright.
Was that all?
Right, I thought I saw a Cathador among them, but maybe... Oh, hold on, what's this? Oh, this guy's got the unique BB gun. Oh yeah, I think maybe I was there earlier. Alright, so let me see. Do I need to go around this mountain though to get to the...
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Alright, what's in this giant rat? Silver string, that's a poison. Yeah, some of these days I'll have to try an unarmed or melee weapon build a wee bit more. I think technically Fallout 3 I kind of did melee weapons at one point though, but just because of how broken the Chinese stealth suit was in that game. this location should be? Oh, no, that's just a skeleton. Oh, hold on. Alright, well, I thought it was. No, I thought that was something to loot, but it's just.
Fighting over.
Maybe there was fighting to begin with. Alright, well, I guess we can't go that way. We'll have to go around the mountain to Jacobstown. Right, so I think, well, what I have...
Ready, steady, fighty.
Right, where's the fighty? I don't see the fighty. Or the thing I'm supposed to be fighting.
Bad guys dealt with.
Alright, well anyway, I think as I was saying...
Steady, fighty.
Could you stop interrupting me still? I don't want to talk. Anyway, so I think the plan today is... I think the plan is today that we're just going to do a little bit more of the main story, at least try and do a little bit of it before the climax. Then I think towards the end of the episode we're going to enter Lonesome Road and do that one over the next couple of streams. I think we're on 16 now, right? So 17, 18... 19. I suppose I can make 19 the finishing touch. I guess I suppose I can make 19 and 20 the finishing touches then. And then we'll probably close up the series, I think. Oh, is that a glowing one in the distance? Quick save here. Ah, so much swaying. That's not going to be good.
Uh-oh.
Oh, right. Yeah, hold still, buddy. Oh, there we go. Just into a vibrant green mist. Did I get him?
That's all.
I think I got him. I think before we go down there, I'm gonna. No, you know what? Actually, let's go lit those guys first, and then we'll. Oh, hang on, is that a coyote?
Fighting over.
Well, not anymore. Oh, the glowing one had some stuff, actually. Alright, I don't believe we can head up through Red Canyon that way, so we'll have to go around north or south.
We haven't seen anybody in a while. Maybe the monsters have stealth suits too.
Oh, I'm G-Dick, you're a streaming nerd. Oh, hi Dan. Yeah, I think I just saw like it was a good opportunity to stream today. I think because I was up a little bit earlier today for the dog, and we just got back from a walk about an hour ago. But how are you today, Dan? Oh, I'll give you a wee quick shout out here before we press on. Yep, be sure to take a look see it down. We've just recently we finished our playthrough of the early access of the the current early access build of Labyrinthine. Alright, I'm alright. Just give the dog a bath. Ah, nice. And how did they get along with the bath?
This one looks pretty tough.
He's not a big fan. No, I think most dogs aren't. Oh, hello, sir.
Was that all?
Sterilized glove. I'm going to buy and play Home Sweet Home tonight, tonight. Ah, nice. Oh. Was that plasma grenade?
Bad guys dealt with.
Is that? Oh, Queen. Oh, right, yeah. Queenie was the unique Brahmin. I think if I remember correctly, if you kill Queenie, then that drives Cook, the Fiend, in there, berserk, or makes him frenzied, then he attacks everyone in sight. But I don't see him, so I assume we've already killed him before. Oh, never mind, there he is. Oh, and we can get some schematics for his Fiend stew now. But yeah, we'll be looking forward to that tonight, so yeah. Take a look, see it Danielle later on tonight when she's streaming Home Sweet Home episode 2. I think we already checked out Viola in that direction over there. Alright, chances map, and hopefully we'll find the front door to the canyon. So far it's pretty quiet. Would have expected some more enemies to pop up by now, but I guess not. Oh, hold on, what's this here? Is this Chance's map? Well, there's a lot of stuff here, but... Oh, wait, hold on. Sun is killing me. Well, I guess it isn't. Well, I guess it is a map, I guess, since it was called Chance Map, but I don't remember, definitely don't remember this. Is this like the New Vegas, the entire New Vegas province, or... I don't know, never actually really thought about that one until now. Yeah, I wonder if there is a deep meaning behind that Chance's map location. Oh, that's an explosion. Alright, can I hit that gecko over there is the question. Oh, out of ammo. Yep, as good as that weapon is, it does eat up ammo rather quickly, I guess, when you get a little bit too carried away with sniping stuff. So yeah, note to self, need to get more microfusion cells. Right, I think, was there anything else I could get from that? I do remember there was an unarmed technique you could get from the Great Khans, but I think my unarmed's not high enough to get a chance to show that. But yeah, I think we've done a couple of favors to the Great Khan so far, so we should be okay. And
So you've been sucked into the decadence of this trip as well, have you?
oh, well, he did say something else, but I guess I interrupted him. So what's this location? This is Red Rock Canyon. Over here is the Red Rock Drug Lab. Oh. Oh, hold on, there's that coyote chew. Yes, it is. I do need more of that.
Yeah?
Right, was there anyone here? No, there. I'm trying to think. Was there quests?
Get away from me, you lunatic.
I beg your pardon? Alright, fine. I'll speak to Jack. Sure, he'll be a little bit more reasonable.
Whoa, new guy. Do. We don't, like, do anything. We make the magic happen. We make the happy stuff. What do you need? Jet, Psycho, a little Med-X to ease the pain? Nah, man, more like drug suppliers. Yeah, other folks sell them. Diane's mostly in charge of that. Guess I just had a natural talent for it. When I was a kid, these cats called the Followers of the Apocalypse came to our camp. They knew all kinds of kooky, scientistical stuff, so I ate up all the chemistry they could teach. Diane had to head for business, so we teamed up. Diane's my girl, man. We've been taking care of each other our whole lives, ever since our folks died. Now we keep the cons and caps together.
See, you've got an breath sudden here. Have you considered making more helpful camps?
What do you mean, helpful? My stuff already makes people feel groo-delicious.
Oh, speed 6. But think of all the people who overdose on Jet and Psycho. It's bad for your karma.
Oh, you're right. I should start a side project making meds to keep my aura clean.
Oh, there we go. We got a little bit of good karma for that.
Already on it. I whipped up a few stim packs already. But if you've got any more recipes, I'll take them. Oh, you're buying. Cool.
Alright, do I have anything dirt cheap I could probably give him? Oh, I could give him that BB gun, I think. Yeah, I think... Well, let's see what else we got.
Give me a shout if you need anything else. They're family, you dig? They've always looked out for us, made sure we had something to eat and a place to crash. Papa may look like a big angry bear, but he's a softy at heart. Regis is cool, scary, but cool. The rest are all pretty groovy, even little Jerry.
Let's see, who's Jerry?
The other dudes call him Jerry the Punk. That's kind of harsh, though. I think he's just a sensitive soul that needs some love. He's usually down around the proving ground if you want to say yo. Take it easy, dude.
Alright, can I talk to Dan again, or is she still gonna give me the same... She got a cosmic knife in her hip?
Get away from me, you lunatic.
Alright, so yep, she's not the social type. And there, oh god, the Germans are talking about doing UCOP. Ooh. Are you gonna? No, you're gonna join them for that, Dan, or are you gonna bail out after that? I flat out said no. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you for that.
you should have been with us in our glory days. You'd have loved it.
Oh yeah, right. You did your. Was it yesterday you did the You did weeklies. Like how did those go?
Hello.
Right. Any of these called Jerry? I thought. I guess he's not in the proving grounds right now. And they suck balls in 12S. Oh, that's rough. So many wipes. Ouch. Ah, here we go. Here's Jerry.
What do you want? Nothing really. Just trying to psych myself up to try my initiation. Again. Oh, you heard that, huh? Okay, so, yeah, I was writing poetry. I know, it's not a very great con-like thing to do. The followers of the apocalypse came to our camp when I was a kid, and they brought a bunch of old books. I used to read pre-war poetry for hours.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I'll still be on till this for a while. Don't know actually what to do next now. I mean, late last night I managed to finish my Black Mage resistance weapon now. I just did Sadnor for like 3 hours. Did it 5 times. Might work on my gunbreaker weapon, but I'm also half tempted to just take a wee short break. Maybe lighten the schedule a wee bit and go back to Warrior of Light and try and get the mount for that.
Have you seen this tribe? If it's not an epic drunken ballad of cracking skulls and hearing lamentations, they think it's a waste of time.
Sounds like you're not happy being a Khan. Maybe be happier somewhere else.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I can find my true calling, someplace they'll appreciate my poetry. Someplace like the old Mormon fort, maybe. Do you think the followers of the apocalypse would take me? I remember all those books they brought us when they visited our tribe. You'd do that? Thanks! I mean, I'd go myself, but what if they said no? The Khans wouldn't take me back, and then I'd have nobody. Everybody has to do it. Well, everybody wants to be a Khan anyways. They toss you into the ring there and beat on you for a solid minute. If you survive, you're in. Sure, maybe not if you're some hulking reprobate like Regis or big to the gills like Jack. I've tried 5 times and still haven't made it.
Right, so we've got 2 things now. Another quest to go back to the Followers of the Apocalypse and get Jerry, see if we can get Jerry in. Another one taking part in the initiation ourselves and see if we can become Great Khans. Oh, right, yeah, right. Papa Khan was in a house, not a tent. They've upped Emerald Weapon's drop rate, I know that, but I'm still kind of dreading farming Emerald Weapon, because I think I've only done that once. And I kind of didn't go back to it because I got my Crypt Lurker weapon anyway. So I'll probably have to relearn that fight and try to...
Starting combat.
Try not to balls it up, at least to get the Emerald Quiver. I'm still okay with waiting until 5.58 till the Diamond Quiver is tradable, since I've got all the totems for it. Emerald is not too bad now. Oh, cool. Yeah, like I say, I'll probably do that one after I finish Warrior of Light, maybe. Because I guess between full item levels now, and I think more and more people are getting their fully completed relics now. Yeah, like I can imagine Emerald's not too bad now for both parts.
So you've been sucked into the decadence of the Strip as well.
So what was Papa Khan? He does not appear to be here. Oh, here's Carl.
Greetings in the name of Kaiser. My name is Carl. Glorious Caesar has sent me as an emissary to the great Khans as a token of our alliance. In exchange for great Caesar's promise of all the lands west of New Vegas, the Khans have agreed to fight alongside the Legion when the time comes. I am one of the Frumentarii. It is my duty to scout the waste in Caesar's name and make contact with any tribes that might serve a useful purpose. You might say I'm somewhere between a scout and an ambassador. I'm assigned here as part of the alliance between the Legion and the Great Khans. Though they have been cruelly oppressed by the NCR, the Khans remain great warriors. The Legion is honored to have such allies in battle. Speak then. Yes, goodbye.
I don't think goodbye isn't considered another question. Oh, there is a locked door behind there.
Diane's going nuts trying to find a new contact in the Fiends now that Motor Runner's dead.
Oh yeah, like, that's a pity about Motor Runner. It's a good thing the guy that killed him isn't here amongst you. Yeah, that'd be very awkward. I'm trying to... Is that him? Nope, that's Regis.
I haven't seen you before. What brings you to the Great Khans? That's a complicated question. They've done horrible things to our people, to be sure, and I've gladly killed many of their soldiers in battle. But I can't bring myself to hate them the way Papa does. Things would damn sure be better for us if they were in charge than Caesar.
So if you were in charge of the tribe, you'd fight with the NCR against Caesar if asked?
I suppose if asked, I would. But that's a moot point, because Papa's in charge now, and he's not going anywhere. Papa is one of the best leaders the Khans have ever had. He's kept us together through all of our hardships, ever since we left California. Bitter Springs changed him, though. He started to really hate the NCR after the massacre. And sometimes, I worry that's poisoned his mind. Nothing. Forget about it. I shouldn't be talking about this with an outsider. I really don't like to talk about it. Let's just say it was a tragedy, and the NCR is to blame. And we'll leave it at that. Name's Regis. I'm
So, something happened to Bitter Springs, so we'll have to do a little bit of delving and find out what happened. I'm over there.
So watch your behavior. Hello.
Popcorn actually about, or has he locked himself in his room? Ah, there you are.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
I've come to ask the Great Khans to make their alliance with Caesar's Legion.
Have you now? Well, you're a bold one, I'll give you that. But why should I do this for you? Ha! The Great Khans will not be slaves. Caesar himself has promised us the land from here to the Colorado, and the freedom to raid as we see fit. I won't hear any more talk against Caesar or his alliance. The Great Khans will answer Caesar's call to war, and the NCR will pay for their crimes. You want to hear the story of the Great Khans? It's a long one, full of honor, glory, and betrayal. We have suffered, but we will regain our glory.
Yeah, maybe she was
in
the short version, yeah.
Well then, the Great Khans came east, out of the NCR 14 years ago. We ruled the wastes then, and called no man master. But we underestimated the families of the Strip, and they drove us back to Bitter Springs, where we remained until the NCR arrived and drove us here. They allied with Mr. House, the self-proclaimed master of New Vegas. He supported them with the resources of New Vegas. Weapons, technology, caps. They were better equipped, and we could not stand against them. When the NCR came to the Mojave, we thought they would be easy pickings. We raided their caravans, their towns, their camps. They couldn't stop us. At least that's what we thought. They tracked us to Bitter Springs and surrounded us. When our children, our sick and old, fled through a nearby pass, the NCR gunned them down.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like something they would order.
Oh, they claimed it was a miscommunication, but tell that to those who saw our families butchered. Tell it to the survivors who were banished here. Typical. No reference for history in the younger generations. You march all the way out to Red Rock Canyon, enter my home as bold as you please, and you have no idea who I am? You've got guts, I'll give you that. Well then, let me educate you. I am the chief of the Great Khans. The Khan of Khans, if you like. This is my tribe, and these are my people. Farewell.
Alright.
What?
Alright.
I
Oh,
heard
what's
you
this?
try to convince Papa Khan not to join with Caesar's Legion. I'd like to talk to you about that for a moment. You want to convince Papa not to ally with Caesar, right? Trust me, you'll get nowhere just talking to him about it. He's fixated on restoring the glory of the Great Khans, and he sees Caesar as the path to that restoration. Papa can be a stubborn man, but he's not a tyrant. He listens to his tribe, and to 4 voices in particular. Me, Jack, Diane, and Melissa. If you can convince all of us that allying with Caesar is a bad idea, you might be able to sway him.
Yep, so
You'd have
let's
to
see.
talk to them, but those two have been thick as thieves since they were kids. Convince one, and the other will come around. Ah, Melissa. She's a bit of a dreamer. Last time she was in camp, Carl filled her head with stories of serving the Legion as a speculatore. Personally, I've never seen a woman in Legionnaire's armor, so I have my doubts. I have my doubts about Caesar, yes, but I won't publicly go against Papa Khan based on nothing more than doubts. I've heard rumors that tribes who aligned with Caesar in the past were torn apart and reduced to slaves. Prove it, and I'll back you. Good. Oh, one more thing. Caesar's representative, Carl, has become fast friends with Papa. Carl's the one who has him so fixated on this alliance. You'll probably have an easier time of things if you can find a way to get him out of the picture. Carl talks prettily about the honor and nobility of the Great Khans, but I suspect his actual opinion is less flattering. Maybe you could find something he wrote that expresses that opinion, or trick him into losing his cool in the longhouse right in front of Papa. I would too, if I were you.
Alright, so we've got ourselves our next quest here. Find a way to disgrace Carl in front of Papa Khan is optional. Yeah, I think before, let me go back into his room and check if he did actually have a... But I suppose he would...
Diane's going nuts trying to find a new contact in the Fiends now that Motor Runner's
But I
dead.
suppose he would keep it more secretive, I guess. Ah, here we go. So I think before we do that, let's try and find the other cons and convince them. Find Regis evidence that Caesar will annihilate the great cons. Right, what way did Regis go? See in the house. Oh, or is that still the evidence we need to go to? We have to get it from the thing itself. Well, sure, we'll need to go that way anyway.
How's it going?
Going well, yeah. How's the weather? Yep, so Regis says I should talk to you about speaking against the Great Khan's alliance with Caesar.
You can ask, but why would I do that? Cal told me all about the life in the Legion. He says I've got all the makings of a speculatory.
Did he also tell you women aren't permitted to serve in the Legion?
What? No, he... What do you mean aren't allowed to serve? Why would he lie about that?
If the Great Khan's joined the Legion, he'll be sold as a slave, an officer's wife if you're lucky.
That lying little weasel. I almost fell for it too. Alright, you've got a deal. You can tell Papa I won't support an alliance. Bye.
Alright, that's one. So next to the drug lab, and then we'll head over to... Well, on the contrary, we still need to go to the followers camp, plus we need to execute Mr. House as well.
How's my most favoritist friend? Huh? Look, man, me and Diane, we don't dig on that politics stuff, savvy? We just make the product and make it get to a good home. Sure, Caesar's a drag, but as long as we've got each other, we don't care who the top dogs roll with.
Speech 60, but you won't have each other. Legion will kill you and sell down to slavery as a prostitute.
Dude, what a total haul. No way that's Kopashishi. Yeah, okay. Me and Diane got your back. No sweat.
I'm here to ask you to public about that. We just did. Alright. I think the follower's place was closer this way. So if we go through the north side, it should be right there on the left. And also I need to get more microfusion cells before I forget. Alright, let me just get the correct marker open here so I know who to talk to. Oh, there you are.
Hey, good to see you. We're always looking for new members. Does he have any particular talent? Well, I suppose we could always use another junior archivist in the library. All right, tell him we'll accept him as a probationary initiate.
Alright, so we'll go back. But first gun nurse, and then we'll... Then again, it wouldn't matter with it. Yeah, you know what? I suppose it should be it shouldn't matter either way. Yeah, also we do need to look at it. We do also need to find a little... Holy shit, that nearly killed me. Right, well, good thing we had enough HP for that, huh? Yeah, why did I even have this? Plus 15 rats? Alright, well I'll get rid of the heavier stuff first.
Runs with him. What? He did? Oh, that's great.
That's complete.
I'm out of this crummy camp.
Well, actually, yeah, no, we'll have to kill Mr. House first before we go to Yes Man, so... Because, yeah, by clearing the Lucky 38, then... Yeah, Yes Man will move then.
Sir or madam.
Alright, do you have any microfusion cells, buddy? Please say yes. Nope, does not look like he has microfusion cells. You make me sad, sir. Yep, we do need to try and get our gun leveled up pretty fast. Although I should just find a workbench and just... No, you're welcome. Yeah, we need to try and find a workbench and try and recycle some microfusion cells. Oh yeah, we still haven't actually found Veronica, have we? Question is, was there a craft?
Where to, partner?
Sure, there might have been in the presidential suite, but we'll check again. Alright, Lily's still Nick and Rex is still out. Okay, which one's which? Sure, let's take that. Whoa, alright, what's happening with the vision here? I guess there was not a station in here that that's oh, whoops.
Talk to you soon, dear.
Suppose there isn't. Alright. Alright, well let me sleep again, see if I can at least fix this night vision here.
Sweet.
Roller sweet. Well, first, let's go to the penthouse and get. If I have any more snow globes, I should be able to trade in.
Well, hello.
No, guess we do not. Alright, so quick save here, and then we'll get ready because this is going to be. Well, this would usually be a bit of an intense section because it's Securetrons, but. Actually, which one's even Mr. House? I think the important question is like, what happens if I actually kill him here? Like, will I still have to... Shit, no, not actually sure. Yeah, it needs a key. Oh yeah, here's the terminal here. Alright. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back, Missy. Alright. Alright, well, since she's kind of the only Securetron in the room, I guess I'll take this gal out first.
Ready, steady, fighting. Was that all?
Alright, time to go to the overcharge cells here.
Ready, steady, fighting.
Whoa. Nah, you're not worth the energy cells. Shit, makes me wonder how this is actually going to work though when Yes Man takes over. Is it still going to be messed up, or?
Still searching.
Oh, we must be in the room below. Alright, where's the other guy?
Still searching.
Oh, hello. 2 revenue packets. Alright, welcome Mr. House. Open the antechamber. Warning, unauthorized user. Proceed. Yes. Oh, hello.
Was that all?
What's this terminal? Welcome Mr. House. Security override. I'm okay, I'm trying to get my housework done back in the house. I have to take breaks because I'm back. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. I hope homework is going okay. Did my homework for this morning. Yep, that is in. Okay, at least that doesn't seem. At least that's unchanged here.
You're my best friend forever.
So yeah, besides the enemies we've encountered in the real world, yeah, this is where you'll see Mr. House's true form. On sale, LS chamber. Warning, microbial infection risk. Proceed. Yep, here's the real Mr. House now. Yep, withered, very old. Hell alive by machines.
Why have you done this? Centuries of preparation. So much good undone.
Oh, yes, man, each out of the way.
Your vanity project, doomed to fail. May there be a hell for you, a Tartarus, bleak, unending. I have nothing.
Wow, brilliant. Tried shooting that and completely missed that. Alright. Yep, you lose karma every time, but the house has gone bust. So I don't know, I feel like this is like he has a unique death animation probably, like at least it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Lieutenant's death animation from the first Fallout. So let's see what time we'll be around 9 o'clock my time. Oh, cool. Alright, so I'll be there tonight then. Oh yeah, I think there was a note here as well. A tragedy has befallen mankind. Robert Edwin House, 261, President, CEO, and sole proprietor of the New Vegas Strip. Industrialist and technologist. Founder, President, CEO of the multi-billion-dollar multi-billion-dollar pre-war robotics and software corporation Robco Industries has died. Generally recognized by Mr. House to be mankind's only hope of long-term survival, Mr. House's passing may well sound a death knell for the entire human race. Lost forever is his bounty of knowledge concerning human longevity, the depth and breadth of which could, as he was apt to say, fill several textbooks. He was not exaggerating. Though he did not achieve his goal of functional immortality, let us not forget that he died at the age of 261. How many people do that? I mean, come on. Also lost forever are House's singular personality, force, will, vision, and leadership ability. And probably of an equally capable figure, merging from the current human population to lead mankind to a feature of equivalent quality as less than 112% by objective measures too complex to detail in this obituary. Holy crap, this is a very long obituary. Just realized how long it was, now we're not even halfway done. Let's see, personality and force will, born June 25th, 2020. Yeah, so he was born last year. Yeah, we didn't even get to his first birthday either. Let's see, House was orphaned at an early age when his parents died in a freak accident, autogyro, lightning. Though cheated of his inheritance, House attended the prestigious institute in Massachusetts and founded Robco Industries on his 22nd birthday. Damn. In 5 years, it was one of the most profitable corporations on Earth. Vision. By 2065, House was certain that an atomic war would devastate the thing. I'm just going to skip the rest of this now, because even I can't read all this. We'll revise and finish this up later. Have set the age of death to update automatically. Zerobit makes sailing points, but perils before swine. Of course, that's something Grits never have cause to read this. Who knows how many of them are even literate. So yeah, seems he wrote his own obituary. Yeah, I think review is one thing to watch it. That's why we play it late, so that he will be on. Oh. So should I kill this guy, or no? Let's leave him alone just in case it breaks something.
Searching. Confirm. Goodbye.
Yep, so we don't need to talk to Victor anymore to get up the elevators now, but we can just do it ourselves. Oh god damn it, I just favorited my weapons again, so now I've got to unequip them just to get into this sawing casino. Alright, take my weapons and let's get on with it.
Hey, fellow, welcome to the Tops Hotel. Oh, and now.
So can I keep sleepy time as a weapon? Should be able to. Yep, there we go. Yep, I don't remember to bring my one originally. I probably would have made the Benny thing a little bit quicker, but at least thankfully he was nice enough to have one of his own. Alright, well this will be the last time I'll need to go into the store here.
Oh, hi again. Can I help you with something else? Please, go on.
Alright, we'll tell him to ignore the great cons.
So, consider them filed away under not to be discussed again. That's 4 down. Say no more, say no more. If you say they're good, they're good. That accounts for all the tribes you needed to get to know.
Alright, so that's wildcard Cybert's complete.
Mr. House is out of the picture and you have the platinum chip? Wonderful. Let's go.
Wait, how did I get into me? The Legion has spies everywhere. If you could, oh well, the Legion has spies everywhere. If you continue to work against interest, you'll be marked an enemy. The NCR has a robust. If you continue to work with Yes Man, the NCR will no longer accept your help. Maybe we don't want to do that just yet. At least until we get. At least until we get some NCR quests done. Because I think there's a couple I wanted to do before, or at least hand in the bounties of the fiend heads. I mean, I think it should be okay for a while, at least. I'm trying to think, what was the point? What was the point of no return now? If that was... Part of me feels like that was the quest with President Kimball, but I don't know for sure.
I told my wife, she's good looking for a ghoul. It's just too bad she's not a ghoul. Ay, ay, ay.
Alright, I think back up to the penthouse, I guess. Oh, alright, Mr. Yes Man has arrived and he's gonna get himself integrated.
Hi! This is big, huh? A very big moment. Here goes. I'll just take that platinum chip off your hands. Thanks. Wish me luck.
So what's gonna happen now? Is he gonna become the Agua, or is he gonna become a new entity, actually? Oh, that's a lot of noise. I didn't remember that being. Wow, holy crap. Oh, there we are.
See you soon. Wow. Mr. House had quite a setup.
Alright, well, now we got problem solved, I guess.
Databanks and view telemetry.
Databanks.
Every
Data.
system shown on the
Stop
network.
data.
Wait. So that's what the platinum chip does.
Also, is it just me, or does he look a little bit bigger as well?
Had a whole demonstration plan for you. Just head downstairs to the lowest level to check it out. You'll see soon.
Ooh. So can I move? Yep.
Step closer to the demonstration area, please.
Quite tempting. Oh, hang on, can I repair these?
By now, obviously. I mean, some of your best friends are Securitrons, right?
Alright, serves the upgrading of the Securitrons.
Protecting our delicate electronic insides from small arms, fire, and shrapnel. Our left arm
You're my
contains an
best friend
X-25
forever.
Gatling laser, quite deadly against soft targets in medium range. That looks like fun. And for close-range suppression and crowd control, we have this handy-dandy 9mm submachine gun. Nice. All of this is old hat, right? Here is where it gets interesting. Turns out that those are our secondary weapons. All this time we've been running the Mark I operating system, which doesn't have drivers for our primary weapons. Imagine! Now watch this. I'm downloading the Mark II OS to all Securitrons on the network. Makes quite a difference. With the M235 missile launcher, we can engage ground and air targets at long range.
Right, but they're supposed to be firing these weapons, but because they're different races, like they've become different races now, it's not working.
Woo, look at that.
Yes, look at that stare. He's staring intently at the wall.
Air systems just try to hurt us now. Altogether, this software upgrade confers a 235% increase in combat effectiveness per unit. New Vegas finally has soldiers worthy of protecting it.
Well, let's see. I want to try something first. I don't have the weapon anymore. Okay, never mind. Can't use it.
I hope you enjoyed this demonstration. You can come back up and see me or be on your way. I know you're a
So I was going to say if I had the sonic emitter, I was going to try and see if I could shoot that. Oh, Caesar's agent Shand. You've left a poor impression on the community, and maybe Shand as a result. I hear you knocking.
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. Here's a printout with some additional information.
Alright, so we still need to find the bunker actually. Since locally we can only upgrade the secure johns here, but we have. Let's see. I told you lately that you are my favorite person. You are. The reason I gave you this printout is I wanted to remind you about that bunker Mr. House built over at Fortification Hill. I was going to say something out loud, but then I felt self-conscious because I feel really annoying when I repeat myself. Just to clarify, anytime you want to repeat yourself, go right ahead. It's only a problem when I do it. Anyway, now that you're installed me on the Lucky 38, so this is going to be a long note as well. I can peek into Mr. House data. Guess what? Underground facility over at the fort is super important. What did Mr. House do over there? What Mr. House did over there was stash a huge number of Securitrons, hundreds of them. Imagine how powerful they'd be if you upgraded them with the Mark II OS. When Legion attacks over them, you could sick your army on them. And who deserves to have an army more than you? No one. Plus, an army of upgraded Securitrons would be just the thing to show the NCR that you mean business. Go away and stay away, NCR. The thing is, I really hate admitting this. I can't upgrade the Securitrons over at the fort from here in the Lucky 38. I can't establish a reliable connection. And I'm sure it's all my fault somehow. But if you took the platinum chip to the fort, you could perform the upgrade yourself. Just a suggestion. Love, Yes Man. Oh. Yeah, Yes Man's a very nice person. Not because he has to say everything. He has to everything that we do. Actually, what's more valuable, this or the... I think I'll use the pistol to fix that. I don't really have any throwing spears, because I was going to say if I did have some, there would be a gunrunner's arsenal challenge where, in a reference to 300, you have to throw throwing spears at Caesar and cripple his head, like Xerxes in the 300 movie. Alright, Cotton with... Oh, wait, what? Oh, we're vilified again. Alright, guess we're going to have to fight our way through the Caesar's Legion then. I could have sworn it just said shunt. Nope, guess we're definitely vilified. Alright, guess we'll have to... We're just going to have to John Rambo through the place. Alright, you go here. There. Let's see, what did I have again? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, alright, that's correct. Actually, what? Did I get both upgrades? Yep. Both to make it lighter and faster rate of fire. Wait, did I say lighter? Lighter or faster? I forgot. Right, well, there shouldn't be anyone here considering I shot them dead. There'll be a boat here, but I imagine the port guy's not going to be too happy to see us.
Time to fight.
Yep, there he is. Oh, of course, I accidentally should have just gone out of his hand again.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Alright. Hello, what have you got here, sir? Right. Oh, well, chat's scrolling up because I'm in the wrong window. Oh, give me a sec to fix that. There we go. Oh yeah, did we go? Actually, we didn't go inside that boathouse, did we? Alright, just give me a wee second, then we'll go on that raft. I think we should be able to go. Should be able to go freely. I think. Yep, travel to the fort. But we'll need a lot of gunfire ready for the fight ahead. Right, anything of note in here? I'll take the sunset suspect then. So I don't really know why. Yeah, this is considered stealing, but lockpicking the door was just fine. Buffalo gourd seed, I've got loads of those anyway. Actually, there's more. Actually, yeah, there is more houses I didn't go into. But yeah, I'll do that on the way back, I think. So, yep, we're going to be ready for a bit of a fight ahead, I think.
Uh-oh.
Hello. Whoa. Alright. Oh, what's it? Oh. Ow. There we go. Yep. Oh, alright, another katana. Restore limb condition, sure, I'll take that. Submachine gun. I haven't really used my submachine gun all that much, to be honest. It's just kind of been sitting there. Oh, weapon. Oh, right, yeah, because I think you have to go in here without. Wasn't there a third guy here? Or did I knock him away first?
Fighting over.
Yep, keep your head down. Oh, hang on, I picked up something. Have I just jury-rigged Tesla cannon?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I feel bad for that, for the person who lives here. Like, it's just a pity you couldn't liberate them, like, if you turn on Caesar's... If you turn on the Legion. That's a nice boom stick. Yeah, it is a pretty good boom stick. Yeah, and hello as well. Yep, we're... Oh, hang on, are you friend? Oh yeah, you're the guy with the backpack. But yeah, we're just having to make our way through Caesar's Legion's camp now in order to get to the bunker and fortification hill. Yep, unfortunately, because we're helping Yes Man out, they're not. Yeah, the Legion's hostile with us, like with Philippides status. So I've got to have to fight through them in order to get up top. Ooh.
Time to fight.
Oh, hello, sir.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Normally I never ever go with bloody mess in my playthroughs, but honestly it's actually kind of fun now, just seeing them explode like that. I'm going to be RB'd. I'll be back shortly. No worries, Dan. See you in a wee while. was on? Let's see, do I have... Well, mine's nearly fully repaired, so that would actually go for a good value. I'll take that, just repair that. Is this the Mysterious Strangers Magnum?
Hi there, mister. You need something?
I thought they called you Dick till I read your name. Oh yeah, that's what most. Yeah, that's what my friends call me.
This one looks pretty tough.
Oh, hang on, are you friend? Try to tell. Ooh. Whoa. Another roughing it bedroll. Sure, I'll take it for the money. Ow. Oh god. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. And there's a feral ghoul as well. Caesar's infamy again. I think there's already more than enough infamy as is. Oh, minigun. Actually, wait, I've got... Alright, bring out the holy hand grenades then. Alright, 1, 2, 5, I mean 3. Ow. Ow, could you put that down, please? Somebody could get hurt. Armor of the 87th tribe? Isn't that Lonesome Road armor? Oh, I'm getting the wrong weapon out here. Ow. What? It was right next to her. How did you miss? Oh, hey, level up. Alright, yeah. Okay, I'm opening Steam browser by accident. There we go. Alright, I need to lighten the load a wee bit on inventory, so I'll use some food. Yeah, sure, we'll use the mushroom cloud. Oh, what's the wonder meat? Plus 60, sure, we'll use that too. Siri, one of you friend. Oh, I didn't mean to take all of that. Alright, what did I pick up? What did I pick up by accident here? Oh, why did I still have that? I thought I sold that last episode. Unless that's what he had in his inventory there now. Anything else? Alright, that should be okay, I think. Actually, well, was I looking for that gun a while ago? I think I might have been. Sure, I'll keep that then. I'll drop the grenade rifle since it's not worth much. Alright, so just don't hit the A button. Lupus brain, kinda useless now, but we'll take it anyway. Light shining in darkness? Sure, maybe I will. That gun. Oh, that's his arm, right. I think we'll leave it there. Alright, anyone else? Oh, hello, sir. Alright, time to level up. So I think we'll keep going with guns until I can use the anti-material rifle, among others, sufficiently. Yep, and we have ourselves a... Is this modded? It's got a randomizer mod. Yeah, it does, yeah. So pretty much everything's scrambled from, like, inventories. Yep, different... Yep, species like dogs will be... Dogs, for example, it could become something completely different, and then perks are also completely reordered as well. So some high-level ones you could get at lower levels instead, and vice versa. Rapid reload makes all weapons reload 25% faster than normal. Oh right, yeah, I think I remember what I was getting now. I think it was light step, I think. Yep, entomologist is an example. Like, yeah, you can get that at like level 4 or level 6 though, but it's at level 24 instead. I'm gonna say I haven't seen some of this armor in the main game. I think it's in the files though, but some of it's still carried over from Fallout 3 though, because yeah, I think this game was I think created with some assets from Fallout 3, so some of them were still left over from the previous game. So some of the mods that were used to keep the randomizer running are gonna bring some of those over. I think it was light stuff because I was kind of getting a little tired of blowing myself up, but I thought there was something else I saw that also needed 6 perception. Might have been sniper actually. Yeah. Right, so I think for now we'll get light step, just so I don't keep. Oh, did the game lock up? Oh, there we go.
Fighting over.
I'm still playing 3. Never played it before, so taking my time. Ah, cool. Yeah, 3 is still a good game in my opinion though, but I hope you have fun with that. Like New Vegas is a little better gameplay wise compared to 3 though, well, I think overall, but yeah, I still have a bit of a soft spot for Fallout 3 as well. Like if they ever make a randomizer mod for Fallout 3, I'd be keen on playing that. Alright, so we have Caesar's tent here, so we're gonna probably do him in while. So yep, get me some holy hand grenades and get ready to chuck him.
Ready, steady.
Oh crap, that's not where I want. That's a bad bounce. Okay, maybe not so bad. I don't think I have very many weapons left for the mini special, so I may have to. This is a rapid fire weapon, right? Let's give this a go. Alright, Blood Nap is a unique combat knife, I think it was. Sure, I'll take it with me anyway. Kind of need a stim pack right now, actually, I think, because I did kind of... Since I did kind of shoot, or blow my arm off almost with the salvage power armor, and then the rest of that's not so good. I think, did we get Caesar? I think we might have. Yeah, I think this might be Caesar here. Yeah, there he is. You got caught in the blast of the holy hand grenade. Oh, alright. Well, didn't expect that to be a bunch of... Oh, there's a brain inside that thing I just noticed. Aw. Oh, and a very hard footlocker as well. Good, good. Free experience. Wow, that was like... That was the easiest very hard lock I've seen yet. I can't switch to third person while... Is it working? Or, oh, maybe I can't do it. It's in the tent, maybe? Oh yeah, why did I take it? Oh yeah, why did I take that off? I'm pretty sure I would have... Have you done the Dead Money endgame? I've done 3 of the DLCs. I've only got Lonesome Road left to do. So I've done Dead Money, I've done Honest Hearts, and I've done Old World Blues. So I think at the end of this VOD, I'm gonna go into Lonesome Road and start that for next time. Before we finish the game up in a few streams later. Ooh.
This one looks pretty tough.
No, if you do it right, Elijah will kill NCR and Legion for you. Oh yeah, I think that's if you have negative... Yeah, that's if you have...
That's all.
Negative reputation with the NCR.
This one looks pretty tough.
Oh, there we go. Oh, hold on. There's still one left there.
Was that all?
Is that a regular Tesla cannon, or is that another one for Elijah's? Oh, okay, same one. But yeah, I do know about that ending. I think there was actually a mod for it where you could actually continue the game after that ending. Whereas whereas the Red Cloud will be in, well, now start to cover part of New Vegas. But I think I never really tried it myself. Plus, I don't know if it was ever completed or if it was just put there for cosmetic purposes or not. I don't know, like, most of my games I usually try to play as a good character, really, like, because, I mean, I kind of suck at being evil. So it's kind of like something like, if I was the minion of an evil guy and I was, like, told to, like, drown this puppy, then I would probably adopt the puppy instead. Hit the ending where you can't finish, they did that with Outer Worlds as well. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because I think in the past actually I might have... Yeah, I think I accidentally started the game early and I ended the game early and I couldn't go back and do the stuff I wanted, so I had to do it in a new save. I think there are mods that allow you to do that as well, but yeah, I think if you're on console, you're kind of screwed.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
Like, I mean, at least that's one of the benefits of Fallout 4, like, they allow you to still continue the game after it's over, but again, Fallout 4 doesn't really get... Fallout 4 I wouldn't be giving it too high praise though, because... Just because of how flawed of a game it is. some of that. Right, so how do I make cooks? Fiend stew? Ramen meat, well we just turned that into steak, and beer as well. But +3 strength is going to be kind of useless now since I'm maxed out in strength. If I can get another Nevada agave fruit, I could probably make more of that. Well, for now I'll make some grilled mantis legs. See, I liked 4 of the game, but definitely could have fleshed out the factions more. Yeah, I think honestly, like, just, yeah, the game doesn't really give you any reason to like any of the factions though. I think honestly, if you want to make Fallout 4 tolerable in my opinion, there is a very good mod though that gives you a little bit more content for it there. I'm trying to remember what the Project Valkyrie, I think it was the mod.
This one
oh, hello.
tough.
Whoa. Let me shoot him in the crotch. Ow, did you just throw an axe at me? That's rude. Oh. Oh. Well, I think I shot him so hard it just broke his entire body. Ah, that's what you shot me with, the Gabriel Spark. Sure, I'll take that as well to sell. On yeah, I think another thing with the randomizer gravity kind of is a little bit messy at times, so if I start moving a bit sluggishly and need to jump, then yeah, that's because of the low grav. Right, where's the... There should be a switch, right? Oh, here we go. Insert the platinum chip into the console. Right. Nope. Oh yeah, I think maybe those only trigger if... I think those only trigger if you try to destroy the bunker, actually. So it should be, they should be okay here. Except for the one up ahead. Alright, what have we here? We have quite a few sentries and stuff.
Are we being watched?
Oh yeah, we have incendiary stuff. We should try that out. I think I did see somebody with knock knock on the top, so I'll probably take that and try and find the guy once I'm leaving. Plasma rifle, I'll see if I can repair something with that. What is more valuable, katana or blood map? Probably the katana, but then again, should be alright. Light shining in the dark. What's the thing on that? Sorry, I just wanted to take a look at the values here to see what. Because like I say, I'm going to sell some of these once we're done. Oh yeah, we do have a plasma rifle we could repair that with. Should be alright. Should be alright with the YCS, so. Anything else? Oh, what, 2 sonic emitters apparently. Alright, should be good. Alright, let's take a crackly, see if I can turn off the protectrons and the other stuff in here. Structor. Alright, Doctor. Turn off my inhibitors. Nope. Could be futuristic, it? Oh. Guess it was. Cancel security alert. Yeah, let's do that. Now we get those turrets turned off as well. Right, formed. Unwanted. Guess that's a possible match. Yep. Alright, cancel that. Security alert 2. Sentry bots. Don't think we can do anything about that. No. So yeah, we will have to fight sentry bots. Doors activated elsewhere. Up gravity. Get back to normal so we can stop slowing me down. Oh. Oh. Ah, here we go. Yeah, rewire that so we can get that opened. I mean, that'd be a lot of experience though if I wanted to kill those sentry bots, but that's all I'll even be. Yeah, alright. Explore the bunker, upgrade the security armor, do use later, or destroy the bunker by overloading the reactor.
Another glorious day in this man's army.
Right, so a lot of the turrets and stuff should be turned off now, so we should be alright. Otherwise we'd have to fight through most of these if we didn't have the sounds for it. Wait, what? Oh, it's a dead Jaguar. Or a dead Jaguar is the Mr. Handy, probably, judging by the flamethrower ammo. So not. If the bunker's power regulators are destroyed, its reactor core will overload in a matter of seconds with catastrophic results. Yeah, let's leave those alone.
Another glorious day in this man's army.
Right. Yeah, and there's our boatload of Securitrons. The door is permanently jammed, cutting off access to the other sections of the vault. Ah. Ah, here we go. Securiton Operations Console. Alright. This is the Securiton Operations Console. For Securiton Vault software updates can be installed in this console. Yep, put the Platinum chip and Notch, get them all upgraded. Alright, what's next? Oh yeah, we still need to find evidence of that actually, so... I'm going to use it right away here because my radiation's getting a little bit high for my liking. So I think with that, we might just head back to Yes Man now and see what he has next for us. Alright, that's actually it. Would have thought Yes Man would have showed up on the thing, but maybe not here. I think that's only Mr. House that does that. Right, so there should be evidence somewhere. Maybe it's in Caesar's tent. Oh, hologram outfit in all lowercase. Actually, let's do talk to Siri, actually. Since we saw her earlier, but we couldn't really talk because we were in combat.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Alright, in here. This is it. Here we go. Wait, did I loot all of these, or did I forget some? Yep, I think I might have missed a couple of people, because most of them are wee munchkins. Oh, which ones? I want to get that wee man there.
I bet no one has ever been as unnoticed as me.
There we go, that enchant him. Yeah, he also has Motorrunner's helmet. Right, so with that we should be able to provide that with 3 just now. I can fast travel, good. Alright, what's this down here? Leggate's camp. Oh yeah, that would be Leggate Lannis. Alright, I think while this is loading, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go close my door here. So yeah, bring the evidence to Regis, or the slave ledger.
You honor the great Khans with your presence. What can I do to help you?
Have a look at this book. I will show you what happens to tribes that ally with Caesar's
Let's
legion.
see. My God, this is even worse than I thought. Okay, you have my support. I'll tell Papa the alliance is a bad idea.
So I think there's an optional one, I believe, I think.
It's starting to feel like tensions are coming to a boil. There will be full-scale war soon.
Let's see, can I... Does it work? Can't. Right, it's not letting me wait now for some reason. Oh, it's my did the wait button break or what? I'm hitting T, but
I've been warned about you. You are perilously close to making an enemy of Caesar, and that is not wise.
let's see. I've been wondering why you don't petition the Khan's for membership as a show of allegiance.
Join? Oh, no, I simply couldn't. That is, I'm not worthy of such an honor.
But surely a war in service of glorious Caesar is the equal of any tribe's finest.
Of course I am. That is to say, Caesar has many fine warriors, and I wouldn't wish to compare them to the great Khans.
Because you know they'd come up lacking.
Enough! How dare you compare Caesar's finest to this tribe of savages? The mightiest great Khan is scarcely a match for a legion recruit. The burned man would lead their mightiest shitting themselves in terror. I would. That is...
Interesting, Pinnacle. I wonder what Papa Khan will say about this.
You motherless bastard. You'll pay for this.
Great Khans, drive Caesar's dog out of our camp. If he's too slow to flee, kill him.
Watch out!
Oh. I could just go straight back to bed as well. Alright, so with that, we should now be able to break the alliance off.
All 4 of my most trusted advisors have told me we should break our alliance. Maybe I should hear you out after all. I've heard some things from my most trusted Khans that makes me wonder whether this alliance is a good idea after all. But I want to leave a legacy of greatness when I die. My tribe deserves better than this, cowering in a canyon and living on scraps. Tell me then, if I don't join with Caesar's legion, where will I find my tribe's lost glory?
Yep, so we've got some options here. Either we can convince them to keep going, or we can have them end by saying they're nothing but ghosts and martyrs. You don't need to look outward, mighty Khan. Your tribe is proud and strong. Claim your own glory.
Well spoken, traveler. Well spoken indeed. Perhaps it's time to find our own destiny, unburdened by the past. We'll begin readying the camp to move. As soon as Caesar makes his move, we'll depart. We will make ourselves strong again, and we shall conquer. If you should ever tire of wandering alone, seek us out. You might just have the makings of a great Khan yourself.
Yep. Alright, so that means we won't have to fight them at the, at the Battle of Uverdam now. Right, what's next? I think we still have Cass's quest to do, actually. But I kind of also need to try and remember where Veronica was. She should be over there, I think. Let's see, how are we with Greek Khans now? We're elect, so we're kind of close to idolized, I think.
This one looks pretty tough.
Oh, hello. Oh, what the heck was blowing up over there?
Was that all?
Yeah, are these Caesar's people, or are these people? Oh, they were
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Oh, they were trying to come grab me though, but they met an ant instead. Alright, I think I'm going to take out that guy with the grenade launcher, I think. Yep, and then I'll take out Skinhead Luke Skywalker here. Or miss completely, that works too. Oh, hold on. Well, maybe that guy could Oh, yeah, maybe that guy could cripple his own friends as well with friendly fire. Yeah, I think the only downside to this is this is going to probably deprive me of experience though if I let them kill.
Fighting over. Sneaking done. Fighting now.
But I'm pretty sure I hit him in the left leg. Alright, well, I think I hit him there. Right, let's see what grenade launcher he had. I'm gonna guess it's probably Mercy.
Uh-oh.
Nope, just a grenade machine gun. Alright, 2 Skirtrons, fire round to the Yagwai. I think I'm going to get this guy first.
Fighting.
Wow, holy crap. Just completely mangled him, like, the torso and everything. But anyway, let's get back on topic, I think, and get to the north. Hopefully where Veronica should be. If this is the correct trading post. Yeah, I think I will probably, yeah, I guess I would. Guess I could try and finish Cass's quest line and get that done.
Do you like me?
So, right, Veronica should be the last companion that we find there. Since we got everyone else. I don't know yet if I'll, well, I don't know yet, don't know if there'll be enough time between now and the end of the series to try and get all of them, all their personal quests done. Which one's from? Oh, there you are.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from? Wow, you have come a long way then. I've never been there, but I've met some traders who pass that way. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground. Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family. Whatever they need. Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
Sure, go ahead.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
Yep, they're usually harmless unless you use advanced technology around them.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway? Ooh, very exciting. Gonna strike it rich, huh? I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together. Help each other out. Good. That's the look I was going for. Trust me on this one, though. You'll be glad you brought me along. If I turn out to be a burden, we can part ways at any time. No hard feelings.
Yep.
Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from. Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along? I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her
Veronica
eyes and
says
romantic
she'll get her
cocktail
unique
weekend.
perks, grabs
Let's hit the
distance.
road, huh? A bunch of
wait.
shut-ins who scorn outsiders and hold technology over them. Gee, where have I heard that one before?
Right, let's get a look see at the thing here. So while Veronica is a companion with Baron Craft, workbench items through Veronica's dialogue.
Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Right. Good question actually. Would Dean's tuxedo work for this, or? Guess not. Oh, there's quite a few oh, hold on. Follower side post, maybe? Quite a few locations, actually, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm kind of half tempted to... Guess we can use this as an example to test out Veronica's capabilities. Although we'll need to get her some better armor first, since she's kind of wearing pajamas, which aren't going to provide any defense at all. I think, oh yeah, I think last tidbit is, I guess, well, is, yeah, I think Veronica's voiced by Felicity, if I remember correctly. I think she's done a fair bit of voice acting. I think she was also in the... She was also in the revival of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 series. Let's see, right or left? I guess we'll go right. Just get a couple of these marked off for later on. Let's see. Well, we're at 2. Well, we're past the 2 hour marks. Sure. Well, we'll try and do. We'll try and do Cass's quest here, and then we'll do a little bit of a short intro into Lonesome Road, I think. Just get started in a few minutes of that, and then we'll probably wrap it up for the end. Yeah, I'll get back into Final Fantasy as well, and yeah, plan my next move there. Let's see. So what? Warrior Light, Gunbreaker, Resistance Weapon. Yeah, just a lot of things to think of. Yeah, at least with my Black Mage weapon, I should be a lot better. Should be a lot better now compared to the Edenborn weapon I got from the raids. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did I ever get the other cybernetics from the sinking Aura Blues? I feel like I might have missed one or two of them because I couldn't afford it at the time. Right, first things first, let's go to Gunrunners, check if they've restocked in microfusion cells, and also sell some stuff.
Sir Ormat.
Alright, buddy, whatever you got. Please say you have the ammo that I'm looking for. Actually, what am I doing? I should probably switch tabs here. Here we go. Oh yeah, I did have a Power Fist actually, so I could probably give that to Veronica. Sure, get a little gift for her there. . was gonna say, yeah. Well, actually, no, I did have it. Well, I think I did have a fat man at one point, but then I picked up Jahina instead. Just pick up some more of these. Could sell that since we do have another one of those at I think we have it still at Lonesome, or not Lonesome Road, the Overworld Blues sink. Katana and that. Sure, sell that. Yeah, I'll pick up some more of these just to have fun with them later on once the time's right. Right, I'll keep that because I just got that. Or no, oh no, Esther, that's it, not Gina. Gina's the unique shish kebab. But yeah, I have that back in the Lucky 38. Yep, I'll take that for Veronica as well. That should be... Oh yeah, it is near full. Alright, that should be fine then. I guess I'll sell the old Parfus then. Foods, I could probably sell a couple of things, I think, or if I picked up any poisons. I think if I can remember. Oh yeah, I picked that up as well. You going stream Final Fantasy? Not today, Missy, no. But yeah, I should probably do another stream again soon, I think. Because yeah, I think I know in my description I'd say that I occasionally stream it, but I kind of feel like I don't stream it enough though. So I should probably really, yeah, find a way to do it again. I think the only thing is, well, let me see what... Oh, feck, forgot the gold bar. Alright, that's fine, I'll take that to the sink then. But yeah, I think extreme farming wouldn't be a good idea, because yeah, I can get a little bit too snarky with that when things go wrong. Sadnor wouldn't be a bad idea, but I've kind of already done everything, but I suppose I could do it again for the gunbreaker weapon. I guess random dungeons wouldn't be too bad as well. I mean, I do know if... I think honestly, if when the new content comes out, I'll probably stream it when I'm leveling a lot. But I'll still be at least 6 months away, I think. 5? Yeah, 5 months at least. Oh, right, yeah, you'll not be able to join me, Veronica, so I guess you'll have to go back to the Lucky 38 for now.
They'll never see... No, sorry, I get distracted. Ooh, got something good for me? Is it a dress?
Wait, where the hell did you get those? Suppose I could give the courier listener since I've got like loads of those anyway.
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely
I'm almost
exists
finished with the
here.
toughening up
Like
quest.
an
Oh,
old
nice.
myth. No real
What was the
presence
toughening up
on the
one again? That was
outside. You
Hemsward's
just
relic
don't
weapons,
adapt
right?
like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
Let's see. If it's worked for this long, there must be something redeemable about their beliefs, have faith.
Yeah, but only if you've got bodies to fill the suits. We don't take on new members. We're all descendants from the original Brotherhood. Something's gonna have to change, or the empty suits are gonna be all that's left of us. Step into my office.
Alright, so before we go, let's recycle all. Oh, I have to do this individually, really? Alright. You have to have it equipped into certain dungeons. Oh, right. I think that's the first one, correct? Right? That's it, yeah. That was the first one. That was the, yeah, it was the 10 dungeons, I think, with the weapon equipped. Yeah, it's been a long time since we did that, I think.
What? Nice. Can I order room service?
But yeah, 10 dungeons with the weapon equipped. I think what was after that? I think I know it had something to do with items. I'm queued for the Samal dungeon. Ah, nice. So you don't have too long left to go. I think you've just that, the area, and the vault, I think, and then you're done.
Will sir be staying for any...
Oh, well, he's got a lot of money at least, so at least I can drop off that gold bar. Penetration suit, Sierra Madre. Should be alright, yeah. I mean, don't really have anything else since I give it all to the Gunrunners guys, but probably store a couple of those weapons away, to be honest. Although I might be tempted to keep that, I think. Mentacha, increase the fire rate. The one guy from the Foundations section. The one guy from the Foundation section. Oh no, chat, don't desync. Well, here we go. Anything else? I have him as a minion, I have him out. And the last night when I went to see my character take a screenshot, he pulled out a sword and then put it away. He dressed all in blue. Oh, Emmerich?
I love bugs so much. I just kill myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry that took a while, because I wasn't sure, but yeah, okay. Oh, right, where's the sink?
If you're planning to stay a while...
Whoops, nope, that's not what I want.
If you're planning to stay a while... Rightly so.
Right, install. Oh yeah, we have this one missing. So drinking radiation removed from that. So yeah, may as well get that anyway. Right, so we don't have to worry about getting radiation anymore if we drink from water source. I think dirty water should be okay as well, but I don't remember. So anyway, what was Cass's next quest? Investigate the Crimson Caravan for reasons behind the attack. So the question is, do I need Cass with me for this, or can I do this on my own? Well, so I should probably put that kind of way as well, so I don't accidentally warp back.
Groovy!
Oh, ECS 989, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated, man.
Hey.
Oh, of course, it's going to be in the safe. Alright, keep my head down here. Nobody looking. There we go. It's not stealing if you're not caught. Let's see, there's an agreement within the Fagraft and cut to limit all other rival caravan companies in the region, such as gun runners and casty caravans. In the case of casty caravans, go to Fagraft's Great East, mercenaries against casty drive down. Alright. So now we need to go find the Van Graffs though. I think unfortunately I'm going to have to get my weapons unequipped yet again. Yeah, but we'll do it if it means getting evidence.
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work. He said to give you this.
Oh, thank you.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Mission...
The Atomic Wrangler, where the booze is cheaper, the table's more friendly, and the women are just like the booze.
Alright.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to search you before letting you in. Only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling. It should only take a moment. There, I've stored all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
The bosses are having a meeting. You'll have to wait until it's over.
Mr. Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Do it.
Oh, guessing that's the guy that's gonna get disintegrated.
Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay,
People
everyone.
are crazy.
Show's over. Back to work.
So does this guy have anything on him? Oh, yeah, 2 caps on him at least.
Get the fuck away from me. The last man.
Oh, language man. There's people watching. Alright, so it looks like we'll have to get behind this door, but it's well secured, but maybe we have a stealth boy to help us with that. Alright, let's try this out actually. Stealth boy, here we are. I can imagine as soon as this door goes open, they'll probably go hostile now, but... no, don't trap myself in the door. I mean, getting hit in the face with the door by Jack Baker was sore enough. Right, laboratory. Scandalous. That kind of, that word kind of reminds me of the schoolgirls, or that group of schoolgirls in the Disney TV show Recess. The like fellow girls like scandalous. Don't know. I think I never saw the show, but I did see the movie though. Maybe someday I'll have to sit down and rewatch that series. I think among other old shows I never saw. Alright. Okay, there's a lock. Oh, yeah, I guess it's right there. Oh, nuts. There we go. Ooh, that's a lot of guns, actually, not gonna lie. And some free optics as well, Light of Gloria. You know what, I'll take it all. Do-de-do-de-do. Let's see, any microfusion cells I could borrow? Sure, I'll take the energy cells and the electron packs anyway. Well, right. Now I have to reapply all this again. Okay, oh yeah, it's the grenade launcher. That was number 6. But yeah, with that now, we just bring that evidence to Cass and we should be good. Should be good, I think. And then we'll decide the last part of the quest here. I think after this, yeah, we'll get started a little bit on Lonesome Road now, and then we'll wrap it up. Alright, where was Cass among us? Gravity, no. Is that her? Nope, yeah, no. Nope, Boone. Oh, Boone's wearing NCR. No, wearing NCR Ranger power armor now.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
See, where is she? Where is she anyway? Yeah, Ryle's still in the power armor as well. There she is. I think. Is that? No.
Well, now, look what was reminded why I left this place as soon as I walked in. Let's go. You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever. No shit. There it is. The blood, the motive, as clear as day. They must have penned these with snake venom. But we got it. Now what? Sure, this damns them, but only if someone listens. Well,
Jackson and the Mojave outpost could get it to the folks in the west. I wouldn't trust anyone closer to the Colorado. And the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs have their heart back west. Not sure it'll do any good, though.
Yep, well, we have to try.
Right, let's do it. Listen to what he has to say.
Alright, so we have to go to Mojave Outpost next. Oh, hello Ben, thank you very much for the lurk. Oh, let me get a few wee shout out here. Yep, be sure to take a look-see at Ridiculously Ben. Like he's lost in and I think currently playing through Red Dead Redemption 2. He's also completed a couple of other games like Murder's Dead, so let's see, like it'll be hard to watch in UK times though, but if you're willing to stay up late, he's definitely worth a look-see. It's definitely keep an eye out for Ridiculously Ben when he's whenever he goes live. Oh, all the way over there. Yeah, where's this? Long 15? Oh, is that the... I think I know what that is. I think that's the other location, but that's... only in Lonesome Road if we decided to send the rocket to the NCR. Ah, fence. Right, Ranger Jackson, I think. Where are you?
Hey.
There you are. Oh.
Looks like we got a new visitor in the old Brahmin camp.
Every time I see that freezing up, I keep thinking the game's gonna crash. But thankfully it hasn't done that now.
And if you're passing through...
Oh, you're welcome, Ben. Hope your day's going well.
Road north has gone to hell. And if I let a caravan through, they won't make it. Well, about time we got a soldier, and not a recruit. You look like you've seen some action. I need to get the caravans moving again. That means clearing a path north. There's too much crawling the asphalt up the road to allow it. Thanks, I appreciate it. Come back here when you're done. I might accidentally lose some supplies to pay you with. Any luck up by the track?
I have evidence of the caravan conspiracy.
Alright, this explains a lot of the lost caravans. I thought it was legal.
The critters on the road to Ivanpah Lake.
I can, if you make me a promise. I need you to swear you won't take revenge on Gloria or Alice. If you do, then your case is over, and we can't see that justice is done. I know some things are hard to let go. You and Miss Cassidy need to understand that. Hear me? That'll have to do. God, what a mess. People turning against each other when the Mojave's at risk of falling. If the Republic's sinkhole progress doesn't kill us, greed will. Thanks for bringing me this. I know revenge must have been tempting. For what it's worth, I appreciate you didn't shed any more blood. We need to save our strength for the Legion. I'll do what I can. And those folks that got killed need to be answered for.
Well, that's settled, I suppose.
Yeah,
Feels... I don't know. I guess I feel relieved. I don't know what I feel. Wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west, when riled, is going to be the worst enemy the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan ever had. They're all so mired in procedure and paper out there. The kind of evidence we gave is going to be worse than shooting them. I think that settles accounts with me, and my men. That was some tricky political maneuvering, but worth it, even if it takes a few years.
Yep, Cass's personal quest is done, and we have also got her bonus perk as well. She gets the perk, Cass's skin, the Cam Hard perk, giving her a permanent health bonus. So she'll be a little bit more durable now in combat.
What? No. Back to the gilded cage.
Yeah, and she's going reluctantly back to the Lucky 38. Alright, so since we have a quest, and Jackson will do that, and then we'll get into Lonesome Road. Like, yeah, I know that wasn't actually planned, but since it's not very far, then it won't take that long. mean, all we have to do is just...
Ready,
Oh,
steady, fighting.
just kill a few dudes and we should be... Wow, was that a bloody castor behind me? God damn it. Oh, good thing we have that snake bite Twicknet. Whoa, what blew up over there?
That's all.
Well, don't know what set that car off, but I suppose it helps take care of a couple of the stuff. Hold on, is there some that sarsaparilla balls I can take? Yep. Let's see, 50. Yeah, 3 of them should be okay, I think. Yeah, a lot of stuff down here, so usually it's ants. Usually it should be ants down here, but we may have to fight a few nightkin, possibly deathclaws.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and a queen as well, by the looks of it. Ow! What? Oh. Didn't even see you coming. Yeah, more desert salad. I'm gonna have so much of that at this point. Actually, you know what? Let's see, armor piercing, incendiary. Yeah, let's try incendiary. That sounds fun. I think it does some damage over time, but not too much by the looks of it. What's not explosive.
Bad guys dealt with.
Junk arounds. There we go. Well, I think there's one more somewhere in this. Oh, yeah, there he is. Alright, that should be that cleared, so a short and sweet quest, hopefully. Yeah, I'll just take some of these guys out, just so fast travel as possible. Safe. What do you mean? Oh, there we go. I'd say, like, what do you mean I'm falling or jumping? But then it's like, it must have been only 1 pixel off the ground.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Right, there you are.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else. Oh, I mentioned you might accidentally get supplied, and I meant it. Not allowed to contract mercenaries at the outpost. Still, a requisition form or two can get lost, and they're not going to come check.
Yeah, we got a blood nap for it, and now we're liked by the NCR, even though it'll probably not last much longer. Because we're going the independent route.
Been doing a lot of good work at.
Oh wait, yeah, you're not the shop. The shop's the next one over. So yeah, not too much experience there, but at least it's a good way to build up rep if you're going for the NCR. Any other balls I can take? Yep. I'll take
You're
that.
my best friend forever.
Background?
anything you got in particular? Oh, I probably should have repaired those, but maybe I can still keep those and for something. Let's see, armor. You don't have armor, do you? Nope. Dirty water. Okay, well that still gives you that. So I guess only water sources like ponds or sinks. Thinking that Ding Spot's music in the background there. It's in to tell a lie. Alright, that's... Yeah, I'll come back and get these ones later, I think. Did I miss that? Oh, I think I might have gotten it before, but then the game crashed, so maybe I didn't go back and get it. Or maybe that was the old save. I don't remember now. Oh crap. Right, I'm gonna take that blowfly out first, because pretty sure that blowfly is dead, but alright. Tiny mantis.
Was that all?
Oh, he also has a K9000 Cyberdog gun. Can I use the pistols at all? Guess not, but I could probably still find something of equal use. Yep, Core 6. Yeah, where's that blowfly that I was shooting earlier? I think he had some stuff on him. So yeah, the Divide, Core 6. So here we go. Lonesome Road. The coordinates you received lead you to this canyon filled with storm-tossed wreckage. Beyond lies the Divide. Lonesome Road is intended for experienced couriers, level 25 or higher. You cannot take companions with you on the road ahead, nor bring any you find out with you. Let's see, you can carry whatever equipment and gear you have with you without restriction, however. If the journey proves too difficult or you need to resupply, you can retrace your steps and return to the Mojave at any time. If you're prepared, then continue on into the storms of the Divide. History awaits. So yeah, unlike the other ones, you can go in without restrictions. Like you don't have to shed weight, or you won't have your gear taken. And you can go back out at any time you want. So yeah, so this is the hardest one, but at least it's got some forgiving traits though. Yep, quest added the silo. Navigate Hopeful Missile Silo to reach the Lonesome Road. Damn, looking at this again now, I'm actually... Looking back at this again now, this is actually visually impressive. You can just see the it's the craters and the ravines and the highway bridges, as well as glass buildings. But yeah, this one in particular will be where you'll find out more of the story behind the courier. Yep, and what our involvement with this place was before the events in New Vegas. Yeah, I think you'll notice as well a lot of the buildings are also a little bit angled as well, because of how collapsed it is. And honestly, I do like the touch though this place has. Activate the silo blast doors. let me just out of curiosity see what these do. Oh, this console controls access to the cell itself, but it is encrypted beyond your ability to hack. You will need to find something that can break the encryption in order to proceed. This door's locked and needs electricity. Oh, and a free nickel quartz as well. Oh. Oh, and here's where we'll find another version of Eddie. But here's the thing though, is he going to be himself still, or is he going to change into something different as soon as he's released?
Ralphie! Fly far, fly fast!
Yeah, what was that sound you played? Some kind of memory glitch? So yeah, this Eddie's not the same one that we've had in the Mojave, but this is a different one. And he's got his own little story as well. Yep, well, we get the same perks as well.
248/B. iBot Duraframe Universal Interface Override System. This is Dr. Whitley presiding. We've boosted signal gain and enlarged the overflow buffer system. That should ensure 100% connectivity and control. Eddie, whenever you're ready. Yes, success. Reporting full success on 369248/B. Eddie was able to interface with and override the test panel in under 3 seconds. Great job, team. Now let's start on the proposal for the full rollout.
Yep, 100 pounds for the shipped receiver. The console in the main room had one of those, I think. Yeah, I like this Eddie for sure. Like, he's got a lot more character compared to the one in the breathing mask, ammunition. I kind of want to take that arc welder. Well, I mean, I can leave and go at any time though, as they said. Whoa, what? Oh, thank you, Eddie. Sure, I'll take it with me anyway. It could be useful at some point. Plus, I don't think I'm too bad on weight though, so I should be alright to lug around a wee bit. Alright, I'll leave that since I've already got so many of the stuff as is. Oh, delicious. Right, have Eddie unlock the terminal for us as soon as he comes around us. Oh no, don't get stuck. Hang on, quick console command check here just to see what his skill is. 1.3. Okay, so I guess he is gonna get stuck in some doors, I think. So he's a little bigger than the default model. Turn the cell's power back on. Oh yeah. Still store hopefuls. Yeah, was that another Eddie? Or well, definitely don't remember those being there, but that's kinda cool. I bought upgrade circuit board. Oh, You found a module in this broken iBot that can upgrade Eddie. Installing this module grants you the first rank of the camaraderie? Oh yeah, camaraderie, yeah, I get it. Allowing Eddie to repair your currently equipped weapon once per day. This perk is accessed through Eddie's dialogue. If you find more upgrade modules, you can unlock further ranks of this perk. When you return to the Mojave, these upgrades will carry over to the original Eddie as well. Yeah, sticking out.
Starting combat. Just kidding.
So if we can find 5 of those, oh, is he okay? You alright, buddy? Yeah, that's an impressive multi-tool suite you got. I bet I can make all sorts of stuff with that. Hey, is that an co-portable reloading bench built into you? That'll be handy. Let's see. Well, looks like the iBots aren't there anymore. Oh, how'd you get in front of me?
Grant? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Oh, Whitley, there you are. Orders from Colonel Autumn. He feels the iBot Duraframe project isn't advancing quickly enough. I'm to...
You didn't even disengage his damage avoidance protocols. You're hurting him.
Don't be ridiculous. It's just a machine. See here. I've already increased the navigation system's efficiency by 65%.
Get the hell out of here!
Fine, Whitley. It's your lab. At least until I tell the Colonel about this.
Yeah, Dr. Grant sounds like a war crime waiting to happen. Yeah, I don't have to tell me I would beat the crap out of her too. Right, is there anything up here? Oh, nails. Oh yeah, there's a nail gun, isn't there? Right, I think we're supposed to go up by scared peeping. I think I did see something in the other side of that door. Alright. Now, I don't know what way I'm supposed to be going here, or if this is just a side path, or if this is the main way I'm supposed to go. Oh, that's nice. Hopeful silo first level security code. I feel like we need that, I think. I mean, at least I hope it didn't. Skip over potential experience for a password though, but. Oh, hang on. Is that a friendly tunnel or a dead tunnel? That's it. Well, it was a sentry, but. Oh yeah, and here's the enemies that we'll be encountering the most in this DLC, the marked men. So yeah, lore-wise, they were in NCR and Legion soldiers that were in the Divide at the time before the bomb went off. But I'd say the Fierce Winds ended up stripping their flesh though, and the radiation also kind of ghoulified them in a way. So they're constantly in pain. And the only thing that's keeping them alive is the radiation itself. Let's see, this terminal is damaged. Yeah, I would like to repair that. No, another couple of arc welders actually. Fear as I fetch. Sub tells me Veronica would like that, so I'll try and bring that home to her once. You know what, I'm gonna kill this guy because I don't want to get irradiated.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think we made some. Ah, rat.
That guy's dealt with.
Nope. See, the mainframe is locked down and secure military grade. You'll need it. You'll need to find the security codes and upload them daily to gain access to the mainframe. So I'm assuming there's more than one, I guess, by the sounds of it. Big Boomer, that's a sawn-off shotgun by the looks of it. Well, I could repair this mini special a little bit as well.
Experiment log 36. We've boosted. Yes.
Alright, so these are the same ones, right? So we need to find the security codes here. Is that Electron part? Packs, nice. Alright, I guess killing him didn't really mean anything anyway, since he's still gonna give radiation off even when dead. Is that General Martin Retzlaff? $10 millimeter pistol. Oh yeah, that was from Fallout 3 as well. Although I think they got buffed in this game. I'm not sure. It's been a while, so I don't remember exactly. I'll keep it on me in the meantime, anyway. Another bedroll as well, and codes. Anything in here? Open personal sentry doors. Ah, these things. Oh, what? Oh, guess I turned them off. Is that down there anyway? Pulse grenade. Mine. Oh, maybe they were supposed to come active, but because I turned them off at the same time, then can't shoot them. Alright. Now we just wait for Eddie to squeeze through. There we go, that helps. Well, now we know that if you get stuck, we just activate the mainframe to unlock the silo's exterior doors. So I guess we head back down, I think. Well, I was going to say, but I don't think I have a wrench though to make a weapon repair kit. Although, there you go. Right, so wrench. scrap metals,
I bet no
scrap
one has ever been
electronics,
as
wonder
unnoticed as
glue.
me.
Yeah, should be good to make another repair kit when we're at the next... Oh, there was a wrench on the floor there as well. H&H tools, nail gun. Ooh. It's not very damaging, but... Yeah, still could be interesting to see how it works. Alright, here we go. Hydraulics access, level 3. What do we got there? One self systems. That could work. Right. Well, at least there's some supplies here to make weapon repair kits, so... Okay, so this was just a side door by the looks of it. Yeah, I think once we get out of this building, we'll stop here. Guess I kind of got a little bit too invested in the start of the section. Right, the way out should be... Eddie, I need to squeeze around you, buddy. Sorry. Well, at least Eddie's himself, if a little bit bigger and not a Brahmin like he was at the start of the playthrough. Oh, hold on, what's this? Red glare rocket launcher? Ooh, oh yeah, because I still have to find... Still need to find that weapon personally, since I got to find 2 upgrades and locations. Yep, opens the door. I've returned. Hello, turn up Korean 99. Hope you came up. Whoa, what? Whoa, what's exploding?
Time to fight.
Is that the mark man? Oh, alright. We'll fly with lasers. Oh.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Oh, we had rockets on him? Oh, maybe is that the ammo for the... Is that by any chance going to be the ammo for the red glare thing once we find that? Katana again. Well, I mean, I suppose I can paddle this stuff off screen when we're done. But yeah, we're kind of starting on the Lonesome Road DLC now. Our last DLC before we return to wrap up the main story. I think we're... Oh, is this the outside bit here? Door to Hopeful.
There's signal. Faint, but there. Just like NCR. Voice without fire, without strength. Sick. Her tales of you walking the Mojave. Giving the two-headed bear strength. Giving hollow men like Kimball, like Crocker, half the life Hanlon had. Now, let's test that strength, that conviction, courier.
Yep, so here we're about to meet our main antagonist of the DLC, and the one that's been talked about a lot through the past DLCs.
No, not new. And none new among all those in the shadow of the bear. You know their flag. A bear with two heads. Symbols an old world one. Had one head then. Better off for it. Their flag speaks to their spirit. They're split like any two-headed animal, trying to go in different directions, ending up nowhere. In a Mojave, that'll only get you sand between your fingers, or over your grave.
Right, so basically his dialogue will change depending on what faction you've been helping out the most in your playthrough. So because we have the best relation with the NCR at the moment, we're getting NCR related dialogue, whereas there's other stuff like helping Mr. House. I think Independency might have been another one. And then there's also if you're helping the Legion out.
I'm a courier. Courier 6 was Courier 6. Like you, and not like you. In all the ways that matter. Spent too many years looking for you. Now letting you come to me. Thought carrying that ship would end you. No. You got lives in you. Hard to kill. Storms, bullets, sand and wind. Yet still you walk. For now.
Yep, we've never spoken before. I remember your voice.
Words are the only way couriers meet. Sometimes it's the paths we walk. But no, we've never spoken before now. You may not know my voice, but we've walked the same places. The long 15 to Prim. That wasn't the only road you ever walked. I've been to your home, the place you kept returning to. May not be the place you were born, was the place you gave life to. Same thing. People forget couriers can keep communities alive until the day they're gone and their breath catches in their throat.
Yeah, most likely to... Oh, missed it up in the top there. So you're the one who sent the message. I really hope I don't butcher this guy's name, because I've struggled for years to get his name right. Ulysses?
Not my given name. Close enough. Took it from history. Found it in a book. It's an old world name. Ulysses lived a long time ago. Long before the old world set fire to itself. He made a mark without being myth. Had to fight during a time when his world had two flags, and he had to make them one.
Ooh, not a lot of speech checks here. Yeah. So you chose Ulysses because of the two flags reference. Is that tied to the war in the Mojave? Or speech? You brought me here to talk. If you wanted to kill me, you had to have waited until I came before the chip. Yeah, let's try survival actually. I mean, we haven't got a chance to use survival yet.
Call it that. Our part in it. Ulysses wasn't made for the flag he followed. He wasn't made for peace. That's the lesson. If you follow a symbol to the end, ask yourself what that means. More important, ask what happens after the end.
Oh, we can actually do more. Alright, well, let's do speech next.
No, I couldn't. And I'm thinking you can't kill me either. If you did, you'd answer for it, just as I would. Let the lambs do the killing for you. That's one of the things you taught me. Killing is personal. Those vows, promises, last bit's more important to me than the first.
Wait, so he swore not to kill me? Why?
What kind of world would this be if Courier killed Courier? You've got enough distance ahead of you. Save your breath for the road. Don't waste it on words.
Well, we've got one more with intelligence. Ulysses, not the myths, you're honouring history, not stories.
History, yes. Ulysses walked a hard road. A general, like Caesar and Oliver. He was brown and stubborn, gave him strength on the battlefield. He led his side to victory, turned 2 flags into one. That's when he lost. When the fighting was done, the sickness took hold. Lesson there. If history is to be believed, one you should heed.
Right, forget your name, back to the job you refused.
All right, courier. If the why of it matters to you. Meant to? No. Never. You're a burden. Weigh you down long enough to let death catch up to you. But you survived. There was death in that package. And while a chip is important to old world ghosts, no. You are more dangerous than that chip ever could be. Maybe why you found each other. Little piece of the old world speaking to you, waiting for you to wake something else up with it.
So you refused to do the chip. Want to set me up to die?
We all have death following us. Only a question of how close. You dodged it. For a time. You're good at that. Talent for it. With that chip weighing you down, a burden. Lets death move a little faster without me pulling the trigger. Promises to keep to others. And the Mojave's dangerous enough left to the land. The land has its way. If I wanted you dead, we would have met sooner. Not sure that's the way this ends. Might be that history needs to have its say. If not, then messages will do. The robot with you. All of them are machines, radios, old world tech reshaped with new hands, historians, couriers carrying messages. Seen them as I've walked the divide, tending other machines. That one, sealed inside the Hopeville silo. Sign America is waking up. It will follow you, obey you, carry it until we are face to face. Then there'll be no more need for it to carry my words.
Yeah, let's get... Oh shit, I pressed the button by accident.
Fencing, covered in storm. Got new inhabitants
I
now.
double-clicked by accident, sorry.
Ghosts. More recent. Recruits. America sleeps in the divide. Giants beneath the earth. You saw one locked in the silo beneath you. There's more. Only takes a few of them, locked below ground, to tear apart the earth and cast dust, sand, ash into the skies above. You'll see the extent, the miles of it, soon enough. You need to see it. Walk it. For now, eyes alert. Watch the streets below. There's still life in the divide. Threats, other than the storms and wind. New inhabitants.
Doesn't look like anyone's alive down there.
These new inhabitants, not natives, most of them, came with duty, purpose, ready to kill each other. The divide was stronger. Left marks on them too. Not bear, not bull. Now, radiations marked them, made them equal in history's eyes. As vicious as the storms are, these shadows of Legion, of NCR, silhouettes of things to come.
Oh, those bodies in the silo were NCR soldiers, some special forces.
Might have been. Once. To the Divide they came. In the Divide, they rest. If you saw their corpses, you saw mercy. Got what they deserved, coming to the Divide. The Bear and Bull, NCR Legion, came in waves, before and after, right into the invisible fires. The wind ground, collapsing beneath them. Once under different flags, now they are equal in their hatred of the trespassers. You and I.
Yep, so apologies if there's a lot of dialogue. Like, usually there won't be too much dialogue in this DLC overall, but it'll just really be... Ulysses will be given a lot of history lessons.
The fires here burned them from within. The winds of the Divide tore their skin, exposed them.
But there's a lot of interesting lore behind the Divide.
And just as the Divide tears at them, so they tear at each other. For sport, like some tribal scarification. Falling back to their history, maybe. No matter what they suffer, the radiation, fire of the Divide sustains them, makes them stronger.
Yep. Radiation may keep them alive in areas so physically punishing it would kill others, even ghouls.
There's truth in your words. In what I've seen of their tactics, movements, recovery. Those wounds, they couldn't live otherwise. The Divide winds have torn the skin from many of them. Maybe the radiation is the only thing keeping them walking. They camp near silos, warheads. No way to cleanse the radiation. Makes them hard to kill there. Have to draw them out.
Alright, so I think we've got all we can that we can learn out of him. Damn, I still feel kind of crap that I'd accidentally double click and skip the first dialogue of the last one.
America sleeps ahead of you. Its nightmares filled with quakes, storms. You'll need to find your own path. That means waking America's spears up from their slumber. There's ways. Warheads set off collapse. Warheads could open the gates again. You are resourceful. That machine, robot with you, can help you find the warheads you need to destroy. And their trigger, the detonator. The way ahead is below. The tools are there. The rest, up to you.
If we share history, then before going for it, I want to know the past.
Who are you who do not know your history? You came all this way for answers. Only currency I have. Nothing else to be gained. Could turn around, walk away at any time. If history matters to you, you'll need to earn it. Any laws of mine, I have already cast away in the Divide. They're lost to you. For now, find the trigger for the warheads buried in Hopeville. Use it to keep moving and keep alive.
Alright, fine. I'll find this trigger and then I'll come find you.
The Divide will send its worst against you. It may break you. We'll see if you're stronger. Road gets rougher from here. Courier left marks for you. Colors will tell the way if you're smart. They'll lead you to your home one more time. Lead to the ending of it. Maybe remind you why you wander.
Nope. And a level up. Oh. Alright, well, after that introduction with Ulysses, I think we'll leave it there and come back next time to continue on the Lonesome Road. Yep, myself and Eddie. So yeah, before we finish up, let's see if anyone's actually starting right now, or if there's anyone up at the moment. Might still be a bit early for some though, so if not, then I'll probably leave it. I'll probably end it there. It does not look like it, so guess we'll just be wrapping up. We'll be wrapping up without a raid today. But alright guys, thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all to those that lurked as well. Thank you. Yeah, no worries, Stan. Thank you again, and you're welcome. I'll be there for yours later on when you're starting. But yeah, I think next time in Fallout New Vegas we'll resume Lonesome Road. And we'll find out a little bit more about the history of that place. So yeah, until then, have a good evening everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Take care now. Bye.